Hi everyone. In this video, I'd like to talk briefly about some advice that I have for you about choosing topics, both from previous BI students who have been in your seat before, as well as my personal advice in choosing topics, as well as some stories to help you out along the way. So I want to bring up a couple of quotes directly from some previous students in the past 3 years that I have for you here. Use the experiments and research that you get to work through these last few years to chase your passions. There are so many opportunities that present themselves in BI. Make sure you grab a hold of each and every one. The advice I would give is doing a project that relates to you in some sort of way so you can really put your whole heart into it, as well as using all the resources that are provided to you, especially Mr. S. Remember, I am a resource in this. Uh, Feel free to ping pong some ideas off me and brainstorm with me because I'll be able to tell you whether or not there's enough meat to that bone, if you know what I mean. Last quote here, really think about your topic. It doesn't have to be a crazy topic for it to be good, but you need to be able to enjoy it so that you are able to write about it without losing interest. She's completely right here. You're going to end up writing papers and posters that are at least 4 to 6 pages long. I've had some turn in as long as 12 pages to 20 pages of paper. This is a big project that you're working on all year long. If you lose interest in this project, it's going to suck and you're not going to be able to write very much about it. The better your writing is, the better your project is. Here's a couple more quotes for you. I would tell them that they should pick an attainable project that they're passionate about. Even if it is a lot of work, I would argue you'll be happy in the long run if you pick a challenging topic. Remember that you're with this capstone project, the world is your oyster. Take the opportunity to research a topic you're truly passionate about because it makes the experiment so much more rewarding. Finally, find your niche. If you can create an experiment out of it, you will enjoy the class a lot more. This isn't some 1 week long project, so you want to find something that will keep you engaged even through setbacks. The gist of all these quotes here is, of course, finding something that you are truly passionate about. Think about what you want to do beyond this class. Think about why you wanted to take these classes in the first place. Think about the application in medicine that you really care about and see if there is some unknown in that field that we can go explore. That's what the background research is for. Finding the unknown, finding the thing that you are interested in that needs to be answered. For now, we're just picking something you're interested in. But there is some more advice from me about choosing topics. Again, you want to pick something you can definitely learn more about. We have spent a lot of time last year about meningitis, a couple assignments there with Unit 1. I don't know how much more there is to discover about meningitis. We have a cure. We know how it works. We know how it's transferred. There's not much more to meningitis. But what about infectious brain diseases in general? Is that maybe an avenue that you'd like to look at as a topic so that you can see why, say, parasites are so much harder to detect than bacterial meningitis infections or sinusitis infections that are infecting brain? Why are those worms and such so much harder to find than bacteria and viruses? There's something there, I'm sure of it. You'll want to consider news and stories that you've heard about or read. If you hadn't been paying attention, you'll want to start. If you haven't been watching any news or seeing any articles from current events and reputable sources, I might add, please give it a little read or so. You might find that you have some article that you may be interested in because it relates to you and because it's interesting and cool. I remember one specific project from a couple years ago. The student had a member in their family that was going through cancer treatment. They found an article from CNN about how aspirin has been shown to increase the tissue regeneration of um, post therapeutic applications, post chemotherapy. So she wanted to discover that for herself. Now, she can't go around and find a bunch of people that are going through chemotherapy, but she can do an in vitro experiment and use a model organism to see how aspirin would affect it and make some conclusions based on that. You'll also at this time not want to linger too much on the approach. Don't think too much about the experiment or the invention or the event or the case study analysis or the new thing that you are going to produce at the end of this project. Right now, we are focusing on what's cool and what's unknown about a topic of your choice. So don't think about what you want to do for the unknown yet. Instead, just find something that is unknown. Find a topic that has some questions to ask and some things that we can answer. We have time to figure out the approach. Topic first, approach later. That's all the advice I have to give to you. Good luck choosing a topic. Please reach out to me and the people in the class to brainstorm with. This is a very big deal to get this right so that your rest of the year is awesome. Let's get started.